For assignment 2, part 2, I want to begin with what goes on the back of the paper. In class, we started with a little floor plan for a bay window, planning that out, and a camelback sofa. We did a little thumbnail based on this information, and then we moved on to a quick sketch based on this information, all these proportions. Because remember, this is about memory drawing. You're going to see something in a movie, or you're going to see something in passing, and you want to make a note of it. There's no way to do it at the moment, so your mind captures proportion and scale. When you think about it, if you recognize a friend from a distance, it has more to do with their overall shape. You can't see the details of their face or anything else. You just recognize them from their shape, and that's what we appreciate in beauty quite often, is shape, proportion, color of course, and texture, but shape. That's the idea behind this sketch. We've made our quick sketch, and then you're going to make a line drawing, and you have the option of rendering it as a bonus assignment. And if not, you can leave it just as a detailed line drawing, practicing your thicker outside lines and your thinner inside lines, your hatching, your pattern and texture. So either way is fine. To find information about that, you can go to our YouTube channel, and you'll see this is the instructions right here, in class assignment week 5. And for the bonus assignment, you can watch rendering a normal sofa. You might find this helpful as well. This is about floor plans and elevations. Nothing's in perspective here, but these are symbols that anyone, an architect or an interior decorator or a designer, would understand what you're talking about if you use these things as you see them. You'll also find information about this part of the assignment on your evaluation sheet. It's here, the first thing on our list. You just have to make sure that this says 9 by 12, not 8.5, 11. You'll also find information about it here on the instruction sheet or the checklist, and again, make sure it says 9 by 12 here. On the other side of the mounting paper, you're going to put your detailed penciled line drawing. So in my example, there are a couple of things that are incorrect. First of all, it's not in pencil. I no longer have mine. I inked it in and rendered over top of it. So this is just to show you placement. It doesn't have that knocked in wall where we're going to put our fireplace renovation. That's not here either, so that's wrong. And you don't have the boxes. You know how we make our ellipses? We put a box first and then do our ellipse formula to get the right curve on our ellipse. It doesn't have any of that either. It has no construction lines that you're going to leave in when you do your pencil one. But just for placement, that's about all this can tell you. Don't forget to have a border. I found that I liked the look of it when I didn't put the gable at the front. I really preferred it when the ceiling was allowed to be more opened up. And also you need more space. You need to leave space so that the viewer can walk into the room. Don't cut them off too soon. Leave room here. If you're going to cut anything off, cut the ceiling off. But I think we have plenty of room. You won't have to do that. For information about that, you look on your instruction sheet at item number 2, right here. And on your evaluation sheet, it's item number 2 as well. The very first thing that you're going to do when you begin to make your pencil line drawing on marker paper overlay, is to attach it. Your setup is that you have your large cartridge paper, you have your reference pictures beautifully laid out beside you, and you have your grid in the bottom right hand corner. I can't show you that, I don't have that on mine, but what I can show you is how to begin. The most important thing, when you just temporarily tape your marker paper, just the top part, to your grid, just tape the top part, because you want to be able to flip back and forth if you can't see something accurately. That's very important. What the first thing you're going to do on this paper in pencil is put your eye level and your vanishing point, so that at any time you can consult that and get yourself back in perspective if you've wandered off a little bit. The next thing you're going to do is prepare for that renovation. Your ceiling is gabled, so it's going to go like that, just as it has been doing, but it's going to now stop where the original corner of the room was. It's going to stop. And then it's going to go this way, as it was doing, but it's going to take a jog to the right. You're going to go straight line to the right. What we also did was take 4 increments from here, measured them on a piece of paper, and brought them over. Starting from where the original wall was, we brought them over and put them here so that we could build into that wall. And this is where our fireplace is going to go, our more elaborate fireplace. Your client didn't like how close the fireplace was to the sofa. They wanted to open up the room, and this is where it's going to go. There are 3 videos on how to do that you can follow and look at. From last week, I put up the 3 fireplace freehand sketches. You'll find them down at the bottom of our page, of our home page on the website. And there was the fireplace with the hood, the wave fireplace, and we also had a glass fireplace. And if you want to do something similar, remember you need a reference for it. You can find something similar if you're a little nervous about starting out on something that deviates from what these 3 look like. Find something similar and follow the steps. I think that would be helpful for you. And once you've done this in pencil, just leave it in pencil. Don't glue your figure on. Your figure has to be drawn on in pencil just the way that it looks if you're happy with it in your reference. If you have anything to correct for your sofa in your box drawings, anything shelving needs correcting, correct that before you do this, or you can correct it on your drawing, on your pencil drawing. Just make sure everything is correctly drawn in perspective. Leave all of your pencil lines. If you put a box here, leave the if you need it, leave the outside box. If it gets confusing, you can take it away. As long as I have the vanishing point and the horizon line, I can reconnect with your thought process. So make sure to leave those on. You can take your fireplace as far over to the right as you like. We may need to trim a little bit at the bottom if it gets a little too much down there. Don't forget to fill your shelves with lots of interesting items as well. Draw them in perspective. You need your vanishing point for them. And we've started doing that at the very beginning of the course. We drew a lot of things and we found their geometric origins, their geometric shape origins. So that's how to pursue those. Once again, on the back you have your thumbnail and your floor plan that we began with for your quick sketch, and your quick sketch based on that. And then you have the choice either to leave this as a line drawing or to render it for bonus points, the potential of getting 5 bonus marks. In the beginning, all I can look at and assess is how much time and effort you've put into it. And on the other side, you're going to put your pencil line drawing. This is inked, but yours is pencil. You're going to put a border around it. You're going to put your renovation, your renovated fireplace here. I do not need your grid back. I do not need it back. As long as you have your eye level and vanishing point, I can reorient myself back to where you started from.